All right. Perfect. What's up, RH? How are you this evening? Hey, Pup7, how are you? Hope everyone's Saturday evening is going well. Can you all hear me pretty good? Hey, Susan. All right. Thanks, RH. I appreciate that. What's up, Scott Baker? How's life? Larry, how are you? Patrick Sullivan. That's a good old Irish name if I hadn't never heard one. Patrick Sullivan. Mega, how are you? Salve. Nice. I got a good friend from Salve named Brian Pitcher. There's old Steel Redneck. Kane, how are you? Hey, Jane. Georgianne. Sharon, there's Dave Thompson. What's up, Monty? Had the cops here 2 hours ago. Monty, I told you to stop slinging that stuff out of the house, my brother. Just kidding. Yeah, Larry, I'm trying to trip the algorithm. I'm trying to figure out a way of, hey, Crystal, how are you? What's up, Dis? I'm trying to figure out a way of tripping the algorithm to get more subs, because I was looking at other channels, not even Dogman related channels, and I have 20 million views. Some have like 7 or 8 and they have 100,000, and it's just crazy. Can't figure it out. What's up, Greg? How are you? Hey, Joe. Yes, happy Father's Day to everyone out there today. We'll start the it does seem to be working. It does. So Father's Day, Eastern Standard Time. And if you guys are in Australia, the UK, Europe. Caden, how are you? There's Alligator Horse. How are you? Savage Lunatic in the house. Hey, has anyone seen Thunderbolt in the comment section as of late? I had to change these glasses. These glasses reflect badly off the there we go. No, I haven't seen Thunderbolt in a while, man. I hope he's all right. Hey, Julie, how are you? Lewis, how are you? Jim, I don't know. I'm not sure if he's sick or not. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a couple of weekends. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm glad we have our den mother is in the house, Jane. Yes, Alligator, I did. I've got it printed out and sitting on my desk right now. Larry, I think that's a Kevin, how are you? Lucifer, Jesus. I think it's important that we do cover this UFO thing that's going on in Vegas, because there's going to be a lot of BS going around there. With that corny photo. Hey, Troy, how are you? Gina, the corny photo that Damian Bloodstone, or not photo, the video of the black and white looking demon cryptid, whatever the fuck that is. That's not even from Angel. And he stated that my daughter is on TikTok and it's got like, I don't know, like 40, 50,000 followers or whatever, and found him. And probably more. Yeah, she's got more than I do, actually. And found him and asked. I said, please find this kid and ask him. And he said, no, it's not his. But it's important because there's going to be a lot of BS coming out of that. Hey, Rockin' Steady. Carl, how are you? I got an email from a subscriber earlier today, and she said, have you heard the news that the 2 officers that responded are now missing? And I'm like, that's not true. They were on CNN yesterday. And, you know, I'm like, I'm monitoring everything so I can keep up with it. So definitely not true. History's mysteries unveiled. Unveiled. Oh, no, shoot. That's crazy, Larry. Chris, how are you? I'm glad people are jumping in. It was crazy this morning. I did not know what happened, but so I put the upload. Hey, Rogue, how are you? Kelly Lewis, Jerry. So my dad is doing better. Home, like I said last week, but you weren't here last week, so you wouldn't know, Jane. We had to get a hospital bed for him. He's got another appointment. We got to bring him back to the vascular in 2 weeks, but he's got a home health nurse checking on him and stuff. Smoke is good. It's died down. We've had a lot of rain lately, so the grass is getting green and the smoke is dying away. Monty, I got to get you on the show. I got to get Jane on the show. Moose McGrew, how are you? Peace, love, and light. That's a beautiful name. What's up, Robert Sharp? My sister has her heart attacks. Yeah, Joe, that's awesome. I'm glad that she's doing well. I forgot. I'm sorry. I apologize for not remembering. Yeah, that is. So anyway, this morning I put out a video and I'm watching the algorithm because I don't know. That's what I watch. And literally I know what my average numbers are. And it was so low all day. And I'm like, I wonder if people are getting notifications. And it was almost like no one was getting notifications on the videos. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, and I ended up talking to my mom and dad, and I told my dad about it. And he goes, well, it's raining. I go, Dad, I'm like, we're talking worldwide here. Well, it's raining. It was so funny. Edwin, Mr. Wright, how are you? So I got a pile of encounters. Hey, Nicole, how are you? I've got some good conversation pieces. I literally brainstormed for the last hour about. Hi, Rhea. I hope I said that right. Rhea Borders. What's up, Bob? So I thought of some really awesome conversation stuff, what we can talk about. But I've got some very amazing experiences, and I think we're gonna have a good live stream tonight. Linda, how are you? Many things up in the sky. Yeah, I've noticed that. Yes, Sharon. Yes. As far as I know, yes. I don't control what happens and what does not. So let me see. If I missed it, hardcore encounter and lessons. And wait. Could you send me that encounter there? Edwin, Mr. Wright? Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. So anyway, I got some good conversation to go through the night. I've got some pretty crazy experiences. Hey, Sabrina, how are you? I got some actually really good experiences. What's up, Matt? How are you? It's kind of hard, Matt. It's kind of hard to dismiss Vegas, considering every single news agency is covering it, and it's not just on YouTube. Also, there was an explosion on the ring cam. The ring cam, I know, didn't pick up the mic. So I don't think there's going to be that many sounds until it gets, if they had stayed on and videoed it with like a phone at the time when it crashed, I could see that. But body cam, it just went through the sky. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Mike Spano, Lake Superior girl. Rockabilly, how are you? All right, so I've got a very strange experience out of Michigan. I got a police officer's experience with a reptilian. A nurse encounters a Sasquatch. I love when people call him Sasquatch. He's doing better. Thank you, Michael. Or Mike, sorry. I got Dogman. I got Black-Eyed Kids. I got What else? Childlike humanoid creature and Bigfoot. So I'm gonna just throw it out. What do you guys want to hear first? Reptilian, Sasquatch, Dogman, Black-Eyed Kids, Flying Cryptid, or weird childlike thing? Black-Eyed Kid, Reptilian, Dogman, 2 for Black-Eyed Kid, Reptilian, 2. All right. So I wanted to do the first 10. So what we're going to do is we'll hit Reptilian. Oh, and I got a crawler. We'll hit Reptilian, Black-Eyed, then Dogman. All right, here we go. This incident occurred in Memphis, Tennessee. I started my career as a Memphis police officer a few years previously in the 80s. I was on special assignment at the time. It was 2 a.m. It was a clear summer's evening, but quite humid. I was in my personal vehicle with the top down and radio playing. I was still in my uniform, including my bulletproof vest and a gun belt with all the regular equipment attached. I was heading south on Covington Pike at a good rate of speed and was the only one on the road. This part of the road connects the Raleigh-Bartlett area to the Berclair area. The road is slightly elevated as the surrounding area is low, and running through is the Wolf River, which is a few miles from here and connects to the Mississippi. This area is commonly referred to by locals as Wolf River Bottoms these days. As I was driving in my peripheral over to the right outside of the high beams, I noticed something was moving fast directly toward my car. I immediately slammed on my brakes, thinking it was a deer going to run out in front of me. But I couldn't have been more wrong. It came to a screeching halt right in the middle of the road, right in front of my high beams, not more than 7 feet from my bumper. As we both froze in place, staring at each other for several seconds, it appeared to be 3 to 4 feet tall, but it was also crouched. It could have been closer to 5 feet if it stood straight up, but I got the impression that its current body posture was its normal way of standing. It had a large head, at least compared to its body. It appeared to be a darkish greenish color, similar to that of an alligator, but the appearance of its skin looked similar to a texture of a human's. It had large ovular eyes on each side of the upper part of its face, running slanted from the top portion of its head about to the midsection of its head. It was kind of pointing inward where you'd expect its nose to be. However, from what I could tell, there was no distinct nose, at least none like a human. Below the eyes was a very thin, almost black line, which I assumed was its mouth. It ran from about the same location a human's mouth would be. However, the line ran straight across the lower part of its face and then turned upward. It had no ears that I could see. Its body and chest were rounded like a human, but vastly smaller, almost like a child's. Its arms appeared to be longer and somewhat disproportionate to its body. They were skinny and had insect type look to them. I could make out its hands, but they were also completely folded at the wrist. The legs were long because even with this thing's shortness, I could make out the top of them, even with it so close to the bumper, which was obscuring the bottom half somewhat. They were like its arms, thin and insect-like, but appeared to be joined. I did notice its chest area moving slightly, like it was breathing, but it seemed slow and steady. I never noticed anything like genitalia. It had absolutely no hair anywhere that I could see. I'm not even sure if it was wearing any type of clothing. If it was, it would have had to have been skin tight. I never noticed a tail at any point. My adrenaline was pumping, and it was only a brief period of observation. It again took off like a shot and was out of my high beams. I could still make out its outline in the darkness, and it was moving like a sprinter. It leapt over the guardrail onto the other side of the road and down the embankment. I will admit that this was not the only bizarre incident that I had during my career, but it definitely was the strangest. I've never told anyone on the force about the encounter. In fact, I only mentioned it to a close friend during these many years. I can only identify it as a lizard man or reptilian humanoid. I would never believed it unless I actually witnessed it. Yes, you did change your avatar. Is Dark Waters here? What's up, DW? I didn't even see him. I was busy reading. Where is he? I don't see Dark Waters. Is he here? There he is. What's up, my brother? How are you? How's the weather down in Louisiana? Blessed with my best of friend right here. The man, the myth, the legend, DW. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? Sorry, I didn't see if anybody jumped in while I was narrating this. I apologize if I didn't catch you. Dale, I'm glad you're here. Hey, Desert Fairy Chick, how are you? What's up, YV Lit? Jim, definitely nothing from the border agent. No, I probably won't, to be honest with you. It's definitely something that's not going to be ongoing. He's pretty much, you know, in hiding or living his life in Mexico, I guess. I'm not sure. I would like to see you and Waters do something. We've done probably, I think we've done 4 videos together. Two or 3 on mine and 2 on his. So maybe 5. We work well together. Yeah, TB is missing. Thunderbolt's missing. Hey, that's Sonia. How are you? Thunderbolt. I don't think crawlers are neither reptilian nor amphibian. I think they're something of their own. Hey, Village Blacksmith. How are you? That's a great name, too. That's really cool. What it is. No, that's all right, Dis. If you go, I don't know how you'd find it. You know, probably if you typed in the search bar on YouTube, just like my name, Jeff Nadolny, and Dark Waters, it would probably shoot the videos up that you could check out. What's up, Vang? How are you? E-Rev? No, Jim Baker's not been here. No. Libra Poet. Where is Libra? Bobby Nath. How are you? Sandra? Little Orphan Andy. Pimpin' Dogman. Little Orphan Andy. That's such a cool name, too. Yes, please hit the like button. We're about 100 or 100 people in over the like. So come on, like it. All right, what do we got here? So we can, so anyway, YouTube's been messing with like my notifications for some reason. I put 4 videos out today, and it was almost like I didn't put any videos out. The algorithm didn't do anything with it. Midlander, North Carolina, or NC, how are you? Is Ohio the center of Dogman activity? No, I don't really think there is a hot spot. I think they just cruise around, move around. Dark Waters, his migration theory is pretty decent. I think they just move. I think they like Native American, like plains Native Americans or Western Native American. They just move where the food is. They're constantly just moving. They're never in one location at a long time. Legna, how are you? Don? Don is in the house. Yes, thank you, YV. I appreciate that. Okay, let's find this Black-Eyed Kids experience, and then we'll hit the Dogman. Okay. All right. Where's my jewel? There it is. Joe, send that to me, please. Yeah, people aren't getting no cap bussin'. What's up? A while ago, a couple of years back, actually. No cap. Hey, Joy, how are you? Rogue status. Donna. All right, here we go. It was November of 2012. I was working at a small gas station in Northeast Louisiana. We were the only small shop and 24-hour service station for miles just off the highway. I worked the night shift and I loved it. the sharing of stories with traveling customers. That is when the rare customer showed up. It must have been 3 a.m. No, I think I read this one. Did I read this one already, guys? I think I read that one. Yeah, I think I did. All right, here we go. No, I didn't. Okay. All right. So it was November of 2012. I was working at a small gas station in Northeast Louisiana, home state of Dark Waters. We were the only shop and 24-hour service station for miles just off the highway. I worked the night shift and I loved it. The sharing of stories with traveling customers. That was when the rare customer showed up. Must have been around 3 a.m. I was cleaning the floors and locking the beer coolers when suddenly the lights went out. I pulled out my cell and used it as a guiding light until I made it back to the counter where I kicked on the gas generator. It lit up the parking lot, the bathroom, and the hall leading to the register. I looked outside and I could just make out movement in the trees across the street, but otherwise it was pitch black. I turned on the radio and started listening to the local station with this night owl DJ commenting on very heavy winds and cracking jokes between songs. Suddenly, I saw some figures in the dark. I could just make them out. They seemed to be a group of kids on bikes. There were 3 of them. 2 of them dropped off their bike and made their way to the door where they were just standing there staring at me. I just stared back for a moment, waiting for them to come in. They never did. I moved around the counter and opened the door. "What's up, guys? Out kind of late, aren't you?" I asked them, expecting them to come in. "Can we use your phone?" one asked, their heads kind of tilted. I felt a little worried as I pulled my cell from my pocket and offered it to her. "Sure," she looked at me, and then I saw her eyes. They were solid black, almost like ink-filled orbs. "No, I need the real one," she said. Her face twisted into an angry snarl. I pulled the door closed and flipped the locks. "No, no, ma'am, you go home and get your mom's phone." They stared at me through the door for a minute longer before turning away and heading off on their bikes. The next day, I had my boss check the cameras to get any photos of these creepy kids. The cameras had been off the whole time. Now the cameras run off the generator instead of the hall lights. Never did see those kids again. Thanks, Dogman, UK man. Hey, I said hi to Lisa already. Bluxville, how are you? All right. One day in 2003, I was walking down a bike path in the back of my house with my stepdaughter when we saw 2 boys leaning against their bikes up ahead. I didn't really think much about it since it's a bike path after all. Joe, thank you so much. Until one of the kids raised his head and looked straight at me in the eyes. That was when fear struck me hard. I stopped dead in my tracks. His eyes were black and hollow, like he didn't have a soul. It was like looking at pure evil, at least that's the way I described it when I recounted the incident later that evening to my husband and other daughter. I immediately led my stepdaughter off the path, cut through someone's yard, and walked out onto the street. I don't know what I had encountered at the time, but I am now quite sure it was a black-eyed kid. I don't know what they are, but I know they're dangerous. It was so weird. I thought that my stepdaughter would also be aware of what I perceived to be impending danger, but she was completely oblivious. Even when I led her off the path and onto the street, I somehow knew we needed to get out of there, and now, surprisingly, they appeared normal in every other aspect, except their eyes, of course, and a vague awareness that they didn't quite fit into the environment. I only saw the eyes of one of them because the other kid had his back to me. He looked to be 13 or 14, flannel shirt, jeans, and swarthy complexion. Now that I've been learning about these things, it's piqued my curiosity. Thank you so much, Joe. I truly appreciate you blessing the channel. Thank you. I got a couple more black-eyed kids here. A military man, JD, went outside to have a ciggy. He lives in the hills surrounding Deadwood, South Dakota, when he spotted 2 kids walking up a hill. He stopped and looked. They stopped. I'm going to start that one over. A military man, JD, went outside to have a cigarette. He lives in the hills surrounding Deadwood, South Dakota. He spotted two kids walking up the hill. They stopped and looked at JD, which spooked him. They were wearing hoodies and looked strange. Their eyes were completely black. They started to come across the street, walking directly towards him. JD introduced himself to them. They continued to advance. Frightened, he retreated into his house. Inside, he asked his wife if she heard him talking to some kids. She never had. They soon went to bed. JD noticed that one of the boys was outside his window. He rushed to bolt the front door. One of them was there as well. He never made it to the door. For whatever reason, he turned around and went back to the bedroom, where he saw one of the boys standing outside of his window. He went to grab his pistol. He wanted to scare them off. He assumed they were wearing masks. One was at the window, the other at the door. He was extremely scared now. The next thing he remembers is waking up in bed. His wife informed him that he'd been gone for an hour and a half. I didn't hear the door open or close. You weren't here, she told him. JD had left the house at 4 a.m. and didn't return until 5:30 a.m. That is creepy. Angela Jones, thank you so much. Thank you. I truly appreciate this. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Last black-eyed kid encounter. Quinn, how are you? Julie, I think I said hi to Julie. No, I didn't say hi to Julie. Julie, how are you? Nino, you sexy MF-er, you. How are you? Look at that beautiful face on Nino. Suji, thank you so much. My younger brother was in his room carrying out a conversation, which was weird because we were alone at home. I went to see who he was talking to, and there was no one there, so I asked him who he was talking to. He said a little girl with black eyes. I asked him where she was, and he said she left. I thought he was lying. About a week later, I started hearing voices and footsteps. Max Collins, thank you so much. Holy shit, guys. Thank you so much, Max. I truly appreciate that. About a week later, we started hearing voices and footsteps. I would be sleeping with my blankets covering me, and I'd wake up with them folded at the bottom of my bed. My sister got scared one night and crawled into my bed. As she was getting into my bed, she woke up. I turned the TV on. I also turned my light to find the remote. I left the light on along with the TV. Right when we were both drifting off to sleep, my door slammed shut, which was almost impossible, as I always have a basket full of books in front of the door so that it does not close. The light then shut off. My TV then went to static. I got up, went to the door, tried to open it, but it was like someone was holding it closed. Someone was holding it closed from the outside. My sister and I started to scream. My mom came and opened the door. As she did, the light turned back on and the TV picture came back on. We had a priest bless the house, but the activity continues. The house was built in 2003 and no one has died here. I don't think that fits into a black-eyed kid. Bobby Eubanks, how are you? What's up? Don't Land Between the Lakes is a hot spot. Land Between the Lakes is it's a hot spot for just people to talk about. There's a lot more experiences and encounters elsewhere. Land Between the Lakes is just something that a lot of people create stories about. Yes, it is true. There's been encounters there, but I don't think it's that big of a hot spot. Thank you, Sharon. Max Collins, thank you so much again. MJ, how are you? Yeah, it sounded like a poltergeist than a black-eyed kid. You know, to me it did. I'm not sure. But definitely didn't really fit into the poltergeist. I want to make sure that I keep everything kind of straight. Okay, that black-eyed kids. All right. Scariest thing about black-eyed kid is they seem to be a modern phenomenon. Yes, they do. MJ Bates, thank you so much. I gave my dad the get well card that you sent him, and it was awesome. It now hangs beside his bed. So thank you. Ow. Book is done. Book is done. I'm going to be working on the punctuation, everything else. I've got to talk to I contacted my rep from ACX that I did my audiobooks from, and I will let everyone know everything about that when it comes out. Pups, hang on one second. I'm putting my email in the comment section right now. Angela, thank you so much. Holy jeezum crow. You guys are awesome. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. Dude, how about that crap the other day with the email that I got, that idiot with the anonymous something email, some weird stupid thing, and calling me a girly man, but he sends an email anonymous and I can't even respond, yet I'm a girly man. Dude, I wanted to give him my address and be like, dude, here's my address, come to my house, let's do this. Mer, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. Very soon. Definitely within the next day or two, to be honest. Everybody is tough when they're behind a keyboard. He called me, he said, you're with your earrings. And I'm like, dude, I have earrings. Wow, big deal. You know, like Native Americans, Vikings had pirates. Pirates are girly men? You know, well, a little bit. Not the Somali pirates, but like Captain Jack Sparrow's a little bit of girly man. But I'm just kidding. Thank you, pups. You guys are so freaking kind. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Kevin, I'll try not to be a girly man. I promise. Thanks, Max. I know. I just thought it was funny. Like, cause like you're gonna call me a girly man and then you're gonna use an anonymous email thing, so I can't respond or do anything. And I'm like, come on, bro. Because I had a really good email like set for him. Like I had watched like some English movie earlier in the day, and the guy's favorite word was the C word. So I had like I was like talking like an Englishman like that. Yes, Robert, I still have your email. About your demon dog encounter. Quinn, I guess he never saw your stash of weapons. No, probably not. Girly, that's right, dude. And then they said they actually said maybe it was Crystal. They actually said like you've never been in the woods, this and that, and I'm like, you don't even watch my channel. Then why are you even commenting? Like, Anyway, all right. Dogman was next after we were gonna do reptilian, black eyed kids, then Dogman. Let's hit the dog man. T. Neal, how are you? Where is she? I didn't see her. There she is. I was literally just thinking of you because, T. Neal, I've got a Dogman encounter for you. A massive wolf-headed creature leapt onto the freeway adjacent to the Trafalgar Cemetery in Victoria, Australia. 2 witnesses were absolutely terrified by the sight of the creature. I'm from Victoria, Australia. I'm an avid hiker and camper. I feel most at home in the bush and in the mountains with my boys practicing bushcraft and survival. It's the best form of therapy. I have a deep respect for nature, and I believe we are not being told or taught what is really out there. My experience goes back to the year of 1998. I was 18 at the time in Gippsland, Victoria. Bobby Eubanks, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. This is dairy country with beautiful rolling green hills. Tonight, my friend and I went to the town of Mo and spent some time at the nightclub. The club closed around 2 a.m., so we decided to head back to my hometown of Yarragon, which is only 25-minute drive. As we got onto the Princess Freeway, we headed back home. The fog was really starting to set in. It was thick. We had the music playing and talking away about our night and driving slowly. Just before getting into the town of Trafalgar, there is Trafalgar Cemetery, which is just outside of the town on the left. As we came along the road, a slight bend, which is to the left, all of a sudden something jumped into the middle of the road. The hairs on the back of my neck are standing straight up. This thing was huge. I mean, big. I've never seen anything like this in my life. We have no animals this big in Australia, so I thought about this until tonight. When my friend Adam was driving, he slammed on the brakes. This creature was on all fours, but it wasn't. It's hard to describe. It just stopped and stared at us, and this thing was only 25 to 30 feet from us. In an open, heavily fogged area, it was covered in fur, longer on the forearms and legs, gray to silvery black. The eyes were glowing red and large. The hands and feet and arms were massive, very long, thick, and muscular. It just sat there in a squatted position. The head and face resembled that of a wolf, but the snout was shorter and more pushed in. The height on this thing from its head had to be at least 5 to 6 feet off the ground, and this thing was squatting. So try to picture this thing if it stood up. The shoulders had to have been 3 to 4 feet wide. It felt like a good minute of looking at each other, but it was closer to 10 to 15 seconds. My face was pushed against the windshield, trying to figure out exactly what I was looking at. My friend Adam burst into tears instantly. Being cold outside, you could see this thing taking massive inhales and exhales. Its chest was moving in and out. It moved in a way like it didn't know whether to attack or flee. It was terrifying to look at. Then, all of a sudden, its body shifted to the left, and the amount of power it generated to leap itself off into the was the most impressive thing I'd ever seen. For such a massive creature to spring itself off and bang, gone in one bound. This was a 3-lane highway. It was in the middle. It cleared the road in one leap. I don't know how long, but it felt like a long time in silence without him crying. A part of me didn't want to leave. This hasn't stopped me from going into the wild, remote bush, though. A huge, beautiful dog, man. Yeah, T. Neal, I really want to get... What's up, Ginger Beard? How are you? I really want to get in touch with someone from the coast there. What is it? The Golden Coast? My brain's shutting off. But I really want to see I want to get in touch with someone there that's had an encounter. Pluto TV, 80s rewind movie. Yeah, Pluto is awesome. I love Pluto. I think that's where I watched all my Miami Vices. Isn't that, T. Neal, isn't that it's Golden Coast, right? I think it was. Hey, Closeted Psychic, how are you? Actually, Suze. Donna, holy cow. Guys, you are too kind. Thank you so much, Donna. Thank you. Suze asked me a question today. Do you mind, Suze, if I share the email? Hippie, thank you so much. Bless you. You guys are awesome. Battlestar Galactica is awesome. I love Battlestar Galactica. I think, yeah, it is the Gold Coast. Yes, I do believe so. T. Neal, so if you know anyone that lives there in that area that's had an encounter, Can you put me in touch with him? Nina, I saw the Biohazard reunion. That is amazing. I was thinking, my daughters are making me take them to concerts this year, though, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do any concert on my own. Hopefully, I can. Hey, Suze, don't be calling me a girly man. So, anyway, Suze, or Closeted Psychic, I got an email. She wanted to know if going to the Dogman convention was worth it. And I said, no, don't waste your money. You'll have a ton of fun here. You'll learn just as much from you guys than there, and it's free. That's right, Rockin' Steady. That's right. Dude, the Dodgers are kicking ass, huh? Kicking ass. Monk Me, how are you? That's a cool name too. Monk Me. Monk Me. So, I think your Padres are playing tomorrow. Tomorrow Padres are playing, right? What's up, Dean? Not too much about glowing rocks. Definitely stay away from glowing rocks because it's probably got radiation in them and it'll probably burn your ass. I have merch, Suze. There's merch. I'm working. Oh, guys, I am working on a hat for y'all, and a hat, and I'm trying to come up with a couple of new good ideas for some new merch. Yeah. The Red Sox are playing the Yankees. What's up, IE native? Blake, email me and I'll talk to you about what you need to say. Ooh, that's what I should do. I mean, I have the regular coffee cups, but insulated would be good. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. They call him a dog man. At least they don't call him the Dogman. Thanks, Dogman, UK man. Yeah, stay away from like E-Rev said, stay away from glowing rocks and yellow snow. Yeah, I didn't see Brandon's comment. Listen, guys, I try to stay out of the comment section because I end up getting into like altercations with people. And I just get like I'm sensitive because I'm a little bit of a girly man. So if you guys see anybody that is in the comment section trying to figure out how to get in touch with me, send them to the description below so they can email me, please. Divorced, Angela, divorced. What's up, Jimmy? How are you? We do, don't we, No Cap? We do. Got to make the Joe Exotic type undies. I'm with pups. Yeah, some girly man merch, but I should make some tighty whitey underwear that says "Shall we" on the butt, because one of my favorite bands that I've been listening to a lot lately, Dead Cross, has tighty whitey underwear. Tighty whitey underwear that says "Shall we" on the butt, and then has my icon in the front. That would be sick. I would wear those. Definitely got to have a tutu. I was looking for lake monster experiences tonight, Bobby, but I didn't find any. Kelly, I shared that. It was like a 12-minute video. It's on, I did the update on that. Thanks, Dale. Vang, I'd like to see some of your artistic work. I've been doing a little graffiti on my spare time. I'm a good New York boy. All right. Dogman. Dogman. Y'all ready for some Dogman? Here we go. Here we go. I got an aggressive one there, YV. You just hang on now. Hang on. All right, here we go. I was hunting in Louisiana swamp near my home when I encountered what I believe was a large dogman. The beast was never clearly seen, but around 1992, while hunting in a swamp just before dark here in Louisiana, I was stalk hunting while wading through knee-deep water. I saw water movement through some thick hedgerow-like bush. At first, I believe it was ducks, so I snuck up to the edge of the brush for a clear shot. But when I got there, I could see the movement through the thick brush 6 feet over the water. And at the same time, there were small wakes in the water coming through the brush. Less than 10 feet away, from this animal, I could hear it sniffing the air. I suddenly froze still when it picked my scent. We froze in the noiseless standoff for 2 minutes. It couldn't see me, but it was looking for me because it knew. I'm going to start this over. Sorry. The creature was never seen clearly. But at 1990, oh, by the way, I just want to let y'all know that this person has, I'll just share it after. All right. I missed somebody. I wanted to say hi to somebody. I saw them. What's up, Terminal? How are you? All right, here we go. The beast was never clearly seen, but around 1992, while hunting a swamp just before dark here in Louisiana, I was stalk hunting while wading through knee-deep water. I saw water movement through some very thick hedgerow-like brush. At first, I believed it ducks, so I snuck up to the edge of the brush for a clear shot. But when I got there, I could see movement through the thick brush 6 feet over the water. And at the same time, there were small wakes in the water coming through the brush every time it moved. I was less than 10 feet from this creature, and I could hear it sniffing the air. It suddenly froze still when it picked my scent. We were frozen in a noiseless standoff for 2 minutes. It couldn't see me, but it was looking for me because it knew I was close. I knew this was something weird, and my situation was not good, so while mostly hidden, I slowly and quietly, over a minute or so, replaced the bird shot in my 12 gauge with 3-inch Magnum triple-aught buck. When I raised my gun and ready to fire, it saw me. And when it did, I believe it thought that I was closer than expected because the thing screamed like a wild hog being killed 10 times. Very hair-raisingly loud. It then suddenly leapt several feet out of the water and about 12 or so feet out into deeper water, maybe 8 to 10 feet deep. In that instant, when it jumped, I could see its back or something slightly over the brush. It had spiked hair. When it landed in the water, it sounded like a 300-plus pound animal splash. It remained underwater until it reached the other side of the slough. When it came out on the land, I couldn't see it. I then made a large circle around the animal to try and cut it off for an ambush. I wasn't really scared because even though it was God knows what, I knew I scared it. I mean, I snuck up on it less than 10 feet and it had no clue. I was even there until it winded me. Besides, at the range, a 12 gauge with that load of shot is like being shot 10 times with an AR in one spot. A 12 gauge load like that can put a hole the size of your fist through a wild hog. That's an animal that has one of the toughest hides in the planet. There's nothing on this earth that will survive very long with a rib cage shot from that load at that range. I knew this already. That's why I gave chase. Anyway, I tried ambushing with no luck. I wanted to continue hunting it, but all I had was small pocket light, and I was only about 10 minutes before total darkness. Before I set out of the swamp, I looked and found its tracks. I found canine-like tracks, 4 to 5 inches wide, 6 to 7 inches long. They were bipedal, 6 feet apart. There's a lot more to this experience, but I will leave this for now. I gathered enough info about the animal. I'm convinced I can kill it. It walks on 2 legs, has canine-like feet, and definitely I will call it a Dogman. So anyway, what I wanted to say about this is the person that had the experience, their girlfriend, is a subscriber of the experience. They ended up shooting at this Dogman with an AK, and she made a necklace out of the bullet round. So let's see. Ken, the uploads. Kenneth Clear asked, "Is Victor retired?" I say it in the very beginning of the uploads with Victor. These are older uploads because I'm writing his book and I'm getting information from them and emails and stuff. At the time, he was going to retire, but no, he's not. So these are older uploads. Newer interview will be in the next day or two. We're going to be talking tomorrow, so it's definitely going to be a very interesting experience. Pamela, same thing. I say it in every upload in the very beginning. These are older uploads because I'm writing his book. GM 101, look up anonymous emails and send it that way. Okay. That'll probably be the best way. Savage Lunatic, that's cool. I'd love to have one. Larry, I hope you're enjoying your vacation, my friend. Yeah, Proton email is good. That's the way the guy that lived in Delaware had the experience, that when he had shot the Dogman. That's how he shared his experience with me. All right. Okay. Flying cryptid, crawler, or Bigfoot, Dogman, or childlike creature. Crawler next. How's crawler sound? Good. Bigfoot, crawler. McCann, how are you? I didn't see you. I saw Jane talking to you though. Jacob, how are you? I'm glad you enjoyed those. Carl's a super nice guy. We'll do a crawler in a minute. I'm gonna take a second. Y'all seen any good movies this week? Anything good? I like chatting with you guys too. Sorry, I'm late. Nez, you're good. You're good. You're only an hour into it. We're only an hour into it. Super Mario, the new one, was that good? The new movie, the new Super Mario? Little Mermaid, is that the new one? Knock at the Cabin. That was good. Knock at the Cabin with Batista. Is that that one? Kingsman was good. Ambulance, Working Like a Dog, Monty, the new Transformers. I like Knock at the Cabin. Knock at the Cabin was good. Little Mermaid, yeah, that's cool. Biohazard 93. I love Biohazard. Probably one of my favorite bands still to this day. Avatar, Way of Water. I was thinking about watching that today. Jeff, I watched a video of yours this week, and it reminded me of an EBE encounter. Been slaving on the anvil. Two-way Brooklyn. No, I did not see your earlier messages. I was reading, so I can't look and read at the same time, but not gonna lie, I watch. Thanks, Nez. I appreciate that. I do. Nothing, no new ghost sightings in the house as of late. So Robert, you're crashing out. Have a good night, my brother. I watched the Baywatch marathon. That's good. That's some classic TV right there. Old Man Jr., yeah, you're right. Hey, California, how are you? Sorry I missed you. Victor is not retired. Not to be rude, but I just said it 3 minutes ago. Victor is not retired. .30-40 is a large round. No, not a big fan of Pink Floyd. Not my friends all were, but not really a huge fan of them. Sorry. CCR is good. Definitely like CCR. Movie from 2017, Bushwick. Is that a scary movie, Savage? Thanks, McCannon. I don't think the Tokarov, the 9mm Tokarov or whatever it is, that's a Russian round. Okay. No big hope. Your dad is well. Tell Victor and safe. Sorry about the job issues. Please stay armed and safe. Chef Victor. Two-way Brooklyn. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. My dad is doing better. It's going to be a long battle, though. It's going to be, a hard way. Okay, it's a Russian. It's a Russian round, right? Yeah. The SKS. Yeah, definitely Village Blacksmith. Anyone have a dead Dogman corpse? If they did, they probably wouldn't have it. Chinese taco. I like the 5.7 by 28. I was thinking about getting that Ruger one. I think uranium bullets, if you could not get radiation poisoning, would kill about anything. Thank you, Dogman. Good morning, Wishmaster. Good morning. Yeah, steel rounds are not are not accurate. .300 Win Mag it is. Would you do call-in video with Victor again? Yes, I would, Stacy. I would. If he's up for it, I would. Always watch the old school horror movies, late 60s, 70s. They're good movies. Steel Redneck, happy Father's Day. Stay safe. Have a great night. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate that. Boris Karloff, what is the greatest? What's that? My favorite Boris Karloff movie would be Arsenic and Old Lace, the black and white one. Do you guys remember that? I went and saw the play. I like that. I really like black and white stuff, though. You think you'd do it live when you go? Maybe, Vang. Maybe. Yeah, New York is definitely a state that really hates firearms and hates people that have firearms. Okay, Susanna. We definitely need to. We could have we wouldn't call it a Dogman convention, and I wouldn't charge. We'd have to think of something really, really decent. Yeah, Cary Grant, Arsenic and Old Lace. Wishmaster, I do have UK encounters, but not tonight, my friend. Donna Harmon, thank you so much. No, not I don't have any, but I'm assuming maybe. I'm assuming maybe. I have a lot of Buchanan and Tazewell. I know Virginia. To me, Virginia and West Virginia are kind of like not a hot spot, but it's got a really eerie feeling to those two states. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate that. Y'all want to see the card I got my dad for Father's Day? Hang on. That's my dad's Father's Day card because I call him Pops. That's a good card. Kelly, that's what she said. Two-way. Two-way. No, they are not government created. They are, well, they're definitely not created by the government because they were here well before the government. The government harnessed them, but not created by them. Definitely, Larry, definitely. And I'm sorry for your loss, brother. Sorry, Pops. Jim's going to bed. Jim, have a good evening. Joe, I'm sorry. Me too, Pops. Me too. Damn, alligator. Black lung. That's something you don't hear too often anymore is black lung. Yeah, definitely. My dad, like, we gotta figure out a way of bringing him to the cemetery tomorrow. Because my grandpa died in 9/11, and so my dad wants to go to his gravestone because they were very close. My grandpa was a huge dude, big, just fucking huge. All right. Donna, have a good evening. Thank you for your donation to the channel. God bless you. Asbestos. Oof. All right, in a minute, I'm going to dedicate an encounter to all the pops out there. Desert, yes. Better. Not better, but better. It's going to be a slow recovery. Okay. All right. We'll do this encounter, and then we'll do a Dogman. We'll and all the dads out there. We'll do that one. Larry, he's got an appointment in 2 weeks. Okay, here we go. This incident occurred in western Idaho. This comes from a very close friend of the family of my grandfather. His name was Neil. He's the kind of person that wouldn't lie about something like this, and honestly, I believe his experience. The experience was told while I was on a hunting trip with my granddad, my dad, and a few uncles, Neil, and one or two other people I didn't know. I don't know exactly how the conversation led to talking about strange and unknown things seen in the wild, but here we were. This was a few years back, so forgive me if I've forgotten some details. Neil's experience. A few years back, he described it to be about the early 90s, and one of my friends had gotten permission to go hunt jackrabbits on another one of my friend's properties out in a very remote part of western Idaho. I can't remember exactly where, but they had come an hour or two from Weiser area. The property was out in the middle of the desert, quite far from any small town or city. We entered out on the north side of the property over a cattle guard and through the gate. The property was kind of in a valley and was divided into a very large flat plain, mostly on one half, and then on the other was a very large hill that spanned the length of the private land. It had an elevation of probably 300 feet, give or take. That night, we had been working the flatter part of the land with a spotlight on my truck and flashlights in the hand shooting the rabbit. It was a clear night and the moon was probably 3/4 full, so it was relatively easy to see some elements of the property by moonlight. We started a little after dusk, and by this time it was midnight. We were about 2/3 down the length of the property when we heard this unhuman, blood-curdling scream from the eastern side of where the hill ran. I looked at my friend, and we both froze. We were at the truck using a spotlight looking for rabbits when it happened. We were probably 300 yards from the base of the hill, so the top of the hill was probably another 100 yards or so. As I started to scan the hillside with my scope, the creature screamed again. I then followed the sound and saw a tall, lanky humanoid figure standing with the upper half of its body silhouetted against the sky at the top of the hill. I fired a shot towards it with my .22, knowing it wouldn't make it to the creature, but I wanted to try and get it to move up or over the hill so I could get a better look at it. But instead, this thing started to move down the hill towards us. Right after that happened, we booked it to the closest side of the property, found a gate, shot the lock off, and drove away as fast as we could. To this day, I still don't know what we saw, but it scared the daylights out of me. What's up, Ronnie Woods? Bob, I'd have to agree with you on that one. Brian Cook, how are you? I didn't see you. Sorry if I didn't say hi. Yeah, that was a creepy experience. But the only thing I didn't understand, Sandra, how are you? Isn't no matter what, spotlight hunting's against the law, even if you're jacking rabbits. What's up, Devin? Carolyn Skidmore, thank you so much. GM, I don't know. I'm GM and alligator horse. I'm guessing what you guys are talking about. I concur. Just hate when certain channels keep saying they won't hurt you. Guys, I hate that too. All right. And I don't know if you heard what I said tonight, but I was like, Larry, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Yeah, if you could, that'd be awesome. If it's not going to hurt your wallet to send that stuff to me through the mail, yes, please. So here's my thing. All right, guys. Yes, prayer works, right? But are you going to say a prayer if a silverback gorilla is in your face? No. You're going to rely on some sort of firearm, right? if it's attacking you. So prayer might work, but I say go in loaded either way, because, does the moon have any sway? Dogman, no, it does not. All right, look in the Bible how Lord is written. Well, not loaded, Susanna, but loaded. Yeah, that's what I thought, Monty. That's what I thought. Has anyone seen the alignment? What's the alignment? That sounds good, Larry. I appreciate that. Yeah, they're definitely not teddy bears. Definitely not. They're not our friends. I'd like to tell you my experience. I work as an ice logger in Peace River, Alberta. Mind you, I am there only 4 months a year, but I will tell you that we have a nice camp, a camp setup, and we go 24/7 hauling wood for the big chippers, and chips go to China as wood heat, etc. Anyhow, we had a bridge out where we had to take the big chip truck across, and there were 6 of us. Some idiot trucker threw out a bag of trash right on the river. Mind you, at this time in the season, it's 40 below. We all see these big tracks come out to this bag and rifle through it. This thing, whatever it was, dragged its feet, whether to hide its prints or what. But all of us are tough, bruising, battling, and scarred loggers who never said a word to each other, just looks or guess glare at each other. But we knew there was something in that wood line. We've done our work and we got the hell out of there. This is the thing. Truck drivers don't have to stay in the woods like us. Whatever it was did not like that bag of trash being thrown there. We were not allowed at night when we were skidding to go 5 feet from the machine. You have your smoke, but don't go far. Now this is written down as an offense if you do it. Our old cook, well, she is not that old, but she told us not to throw food out at camp because it would cause ravens to come in and cause a racket in the morning, because the boys work 12-hour shifts and hate to get woken up. Anyway, this night I was on days at the time and couldn't sleep. So after supper, I stayed around the kitchen talking to her. She is a Plains Cree lady, and I'm Mi'kmaq. So after a while, like 9:30, I noticed her bagging stuff, leftover dinner, etc. I said, I'll take that out for you. Our trash bins are bear-proof with heavy lids. She said no, so I watched her take this bag outside and lie it beside the bear-proof bins. I'm thinking, WTF. I didn't ask her much or why she did that, but in a way, she said it was for her big friend. I did not go and see if the food was gone as I work 12-hour shifts, but I do watch here after or supper or breakfast. She put certain things aside for somebody or something. Anyway, just a little thing that made me think. Thanks, Idaho. I don't know where crawlers come from. That's the thing. Nobody knows where any crawlers or anything come from, or dogmen, it's just all theory. Part of me thinks, what's up, Giant Slayer? Part of me thinks that possibly they are a creation of like alien geneticists. I don't know. That's just my whatever theory. You're welcome, Sabrina. You're welcome. Guys, I watched Scooby-Doo fan here. What about Scooby-Doo meets the Dogman? Dogman is kept by a bad guy who my daughter loves Scooby-Doo. My eldest daughter, dude, she friggin' loves Scoobs. Nez lover. I agree with you 100%. I just don't say it out loud because I just don't want to get jammed up. What if humans are not indigenous to Earth? You know, that's a good idea, GM 101. That's a friggin' good idea. Or if we are indigenous, but just a late arrival on the evolutionary kind of stairway. You know what I mean? Bobby Eubanks, you be good. What's up, big dog? I didn't see you here. Kathy, how are you? Gollum. My friend had a Gollum-like creature. My daughter has a friend that looks like Gollum. She really does. We call her Schmeagle. They literally call her Schmeegs. Can you believe that? That's so mean. My oldest daughter Abby, and the girl Schmeegs is having a baby, and I was like, dude, Schmeegs is having a Gollum. Ha ha, Schmeegs. She is a fucking critter, boy. Holy shit. Oh. Thank you, big dog. My precious. Schmeegs. That's what we call her, too. She's like, did I tell you what Schmeegs did to me the other day? Yes, it is what it is. Yes. The girl has no common sense. My daughter's like, I don't know what she's gonna do. You know, she's like, she can't even like advocate for herself. It's just fucking disgusting. Kids having kids. Fuck. Yes. Two-way. Yes, we talk about Chud all the time here. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. That's one of my favorite all-time scary movies. It scarred me. Scarred me as a child. Yes, Viram. I got to get that on disc. I haven't even seen I won't watch Dogman movies. They're kind of, I don't know, dumb if you ask me. Because then people will be like, it's real. Pups, I can't blame you. Thanks, two-way. Yeah, I saw the movie when I was like 6, man. It messed me up very badly. Do you think the cryptids target people that? Yes, I do. We've talked about that, Dogman. You okay? We've talked about that many times here, my friend. Yes, I do. I think they have a sense of, because I've talked to a lot of people, and GM, you can defend yourself. It's a book by Kuntz. Okay. I didn't know that. I did read your comment, but I'll have to check it out. Descent movies are good too. They're definitely good movies. What else do I think is out there? Monsters from Portals. And I don't like Monsters from Portals because they scare me badly. Thanks, hippie. Always looking out. The book's called Flyers. I think it was Chubb. Isn't that what people get when they wake up in the morning? Chubb. Nez, that's a theory, though. That's a theory. And Dark Waters is one of my best friends, and I'm just saying it's a theory. Watch the movie The Hunted. You won't go deer hunting again. Sweet, I got a movie to watch tonight. The Watchers. Yes, The Watchers. That had the butterfly on it, right? The Watchers had a butterfly on the cover. Jeff, Dogman kind of remind me of a 90s movie called Wolfen. Yes, Wolfen is a good movie. Wolfen is a great movie. Holy cow. Dale, yeah, probably very soon. I'm not sure, whenever he wants to. Canic 9 with Fort Scott TUI in a Caltech 12 gauge with the Winchester Defender slug with 3 double-aught buck behind it. That's my go-to for out in the woods. I don't know who Peter Kane is. Never heard of him. The new miniseries of V is decent. You think portals are shared by Dogman and Bigfoot? Possibly. I fall to the ground and remind Dogman that I am a BJJ black belt. Mermaids, fake or real? I'd say mermaids are real. I'd definitely say mermaids are real. Ugh. Lost one. We don't know what a Dogman really is. We have no idea. GM, whereabouts are you going? Peace, love, and light. It's not Chubb, it's Chud. C-H-U-D. Chud. Chubb is what I get in the morning when I wake up. What do you think about dog trainer Peter Kane? He had some experiences where Bigfoot had disappeared on videotape. Do you think... I've never heard of Peter Kane, James. Never heard of him. I definitely could see mermaids being real because, we've never... Oh, The Hunted. Okay, my uncle is in The Hunted. My uncle's in that movie. I thought it was like, I wish someone said it was 411 The Hunted. He's the Warren County Sheriff that's interviewed in it. That's why I love Tom Mezek case so much. Overbuilt, what's going on? All right, thanks, Alligator. Dean, I was going to probably say that because I'd never heard of him. What year on the Hunted movie? Just type in 411 The Hunted, David Paulides. Thomas Thompson. Or, yeah. Fuck my head. David, have a good night. Alligator, my uncle's in the movie. I thought it was just, I didn't know it was the 411 Hunted. And I'm not a big fan of Paulides. He's a great researcher, but I think he's kind of pretentious if you ask me. Lost one. I answered that. I'm not really sure. I don't think anyone knows what a Dogman is, to be honest with you. Yes, Joy, definitely. Hey, Lyrical Jazzy, how are you? Well, Susanna, why don't you look into him and read more about him? 1996 arrest. Johnny Calories, because I don't have to, because I think he's pompous, but he's a great investigator, and I'm not going to talk any more about it. I think he's an amazing investigator. He brought the 411 to a public eye, but that's about all I'll say. Where's Libra? Where's Libra? I don't see Libra. Libra, how are you? No worries, lost one. Ha 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 ha! Beckons off. That fucking bless you. I don't think so, Johnny. I don't think so. I think he's a. Thanks, lost one. Appreciate that. No, they can't, George. I can answer that right now, and we already talked about that in an interview. You probably hadn't heard it, my friend, but they cannot crossbreed. Guys, do you see my comment right here? Just read that comment before I delete it. Thanks, Lagoon. Well, my comment's in yellow. It's different than all your guys. It's highlighted. Read that and look it up. Look it up sometime. You'll have to actually do a lot to look it up, but it'll take some time. Look into that article. I'm not going to talk anymore about it. Did you look it up, Libra? No, I haven't, but I love Steve Quayle. Steve Quayle is the shit. What's up, T-Wave? Libra, I'll send you the email. I will, Joe. I will. Um, yes, Dogman UK man. Yes, I do think the government does put out fake experiences to trick us. I do feel that that's an amazing yes. Second one, Libra. No, second one. But he's an amazing, he really did bring the 411 to us. So he's very like, but you know what I read too? He sued Mr. Ballin because Ballin was talking about the 411s, and I guess he had sued him. And John Ballin's fucking awesome. Like, I don't watch YouTube or anything, but I watch Ballin. Exactly, Larry. Exactly. Here, let me see if I can find it real quick. Here it is. Mr. Ballin, the former Navy SEAL who tells scary stories on YouTube. Internet has no shortage of Navy SEALs telling incredible stories. We even have some of our own here on Sandbox, but a few within the SEAL community have managed to etch out the success on social media, like John Allen, commonly known as Mr. Ballin. Let me just get to that part of the article. Sorry. That DP seems to think Mr. Ballin has never given him credit for talking about his work on the missing 411, which we know is definitely not the case. Because he thought that he was making money, too much money or something off of his, but he's given him tons of fucking credit, you know? Oh, really, Susanna? That's awesome. Yeah, I talked to John. I've talked to him twice. He's a super nice guy. Super nice guy. I think the best Mr. Ballin story that he's ever shared was his own, because it's truly, truly an amazing experience. Yes, I did, Libra. That's a tragedy. It really is a tragedy. What, Kenneth, what I have, yes, but no more than what I can put in and out. You know, like, not really. Yeah, he's definitely selling his books for him by just talking about him, man. He's got like what, 6 million subs? Holy shit. I would love to have, like, I would never know what to do with 6 million subs. I'd be like, what do I do? I finally decided I'll probably never hit 100,000, but that's okay because I'm happy with what I am right now, you know? Jasper, how are you? From Sweden. Thank you for joining us tonight. Alligator horse, that's crazy. Kick him right in his nards. What's up, TW? One time I asked an elder if mermaids were real, and he told me a story about man. Yeah, I think definitely they are real. Salty Rant, he's doing better. Thank you so much for asking. It's going to be a long mend. Definitely a long mend. Yeah, maybe. Suji, I don't know how I read these so fast, and I'm like always going back and forth. When do you think T-Wave, I'm writing the book and it's done. I got a lot more, like it's probably within the next month or two. Less than that. Do you think Dogman ever used actual hand-to-hand weapons? Odd question. I think that werewolves, the one that looks more like a Squatch would. That's just my opinion. Matt, I agree with you. That's why I think that we have not, like, I do believe that there are mermen there. I do. Because it's not even explored yet. Absolutely correct, my friend. Absolutely. I'll do my best girly man voice. Absolutely. Thanks, Larry. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I really try hard. A little bit of it, Libra. A little bit of it, and what I caught was actually really good. It's a good, yes, MS. I agree with you totally. I'm bringing tidy whiteys with shall we on the ass. Jeff, do you see my question? No, overbuilt. I must have missed it. I apologize. Could you rewrite it so I don't rockin' steady? Holy shit. Thank you so much. I just threw my jewel. Luckily, I got another one right here charging. Rita, have a good evening. Thank you for coming with us. Well, spending time with us. Well, Beckensoff, I mean, if mermaids are, why wouldn't mermaids exist? The ocean is unexplored. If a dogman and a Bigfoot can exist on Earth or on land, I wouldn't doubt a creature of that. I mean, it might not have, like, oyster shells for boobies or whatever, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. No, Dean. No, definitely not. The night I had my experience was not a full moon. Maria, no. Nope. Do you want me to email you a link? Email me, Overbuilt. Email me. It is what it is. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think they're pretty at all. Mermaids are definitely not pretty. They're fucking ugly. Oh, Libra, I saw that. There's actually a YouTube video about the guy who created that. It was in the 70s. Yeah. That had the car that ran on water and he was killed. the other night on another channel, some guy argued to me, Dogman isn't real, LOL. Well, Valerie, that's what you get for watching other channels. No, I'm just kidding. Just, you know what? Just ignore them because you know they exist. Carl, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Happy Father's Day if you're a dad. Karen, Victor isn't writing the book. I am. And if you're listening to the uploads that I posted recently, I said in the very beginning, these are old because I am rewriting the book. Nez, once again, I don't know why people don't hear the beginning of the freaking uploads, and I'm not being a jerk, but I'm playing old uploads of Victor because I was getting stories for the book that I'm writing. Victor can't write his book. Oh shit, Libra. Lagoon, no, I have not actually. Brett, yes, I've 100% seen a dog. I've shared my Dogman experience. Why do you think I started my story? No worries, Nez. I just in the beginning. That's why I said in the beginning of the Joy. You're absolutely right. In the beginning of the uploads, I try to say, you know, this is an older upload. I'm getting I'm trying to formulate and put this book together with emails that I've had and older uploads. It's actually been really cool hearing them because I forgot a lot of the information he has shared. Brett, I'll share my Dogman experience here really quick. It was 1994. There were five of us. My best friend Martin, who was Czechoslovakian, my girlfriend, his girlfriend, kid named Gabe. We were in a cul-de-sac listening to Biohazard, and we were parked. There was like houses that were being built. We're just hanging out. We weren't doing drugs. We weren't smoking. We were just smoking cigarettes. I was trying to get lucky, and my friend Gabe was in the car playing with the radio. These woods behind the houses were pushed. All the logs and shit were pushed into it, so it was hard to move through it. And all of a sudden, we hear this strange noise. Gabe turns the radio down, and this girl goes, "Vampire!" And I was like, "Vampire?" Like, I still am like, why would you think vampire? They all jump in the car. Gabe's in the car already. Me and Martin are standing outside. I'm in front of the passenger side light looking into the woods. There's different eye shine and at different heights. All of a sudden, my friend's like, "Get in the car." I wasn't being brave. I got in the car. We drive out of there, and the creature was standing at the edge of the tree line on the road. We end up passing it. Lagoon, thank you so much. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. Bless you. We end up passing it, right? Well, it had a snout. It was weird. It didn't look like the Underworld Dogman. It looked nothing like the Underworld Dogman. Kind of like Anubis, but really fucked up looking. It had to have moved fast, and it was definitely strong to run through those woods because there's nothing but logs, debris, and everything else in the woods from the houses being built. Now, years later, my friend Gabe, who was driving, stopped talking to us completely. So I say, hey, bro, why did you stop talking to us? I see him 20 years later. He said that when he was turning the music down, he had seen two Dogman cross the street further down in the orange light. Remember those, like, they were like orange, like street lights that produce like very little light. He had seen those. So these things were coming in front of us and behind us. So that's my experience, and that happened in 94, and I've been obsessed since. No worries, bro. Yeah, don't forget to push the like button. My best girly man. What's up, Joni? Yes. Just don't tell anyone, lost one. TW, where do you live? Phil Schrader is a hero. So isn't William Cooper. William Cooper. Thanks, Kenneth. EQ Maverick Poet. Have you heard this upload of Dogman Roar and other roars? I will. Can you do me a favor, EQ Maverick Poet? Email me that link because I can't click it in the live stream because it'll mess the live stream up. But I'd like to see it. I might have seen it and I might not have. Thank you for blessing the channel. Thank you. I truly appreciate that. Joni, we're doing good here. How about you, girl? Damn it. Jane, you're going to bed? Or is Kathy going to bed? All right. I saw someone say night. Giant Slayer. What's that little fucking one that Dylan McKay? What's that creature's the little creature that represents Bud Light? Yeah, Mulvaney, little creature. I like the twins there that pick on him so much. I'd like to see those guys, the two twins that I'd love to see them on comedy. Like I'd love to see them. Dylan is a crawler, straight up crawler. Yeah, the Hodge twins. I would pay money to see them alive. Ooh, you know they'd be fire. Could a Dogman look sort of like a deer and a dog mixed? Yes, Matt, I agree. Yes, possibly. I mean, I don't know for 100%, but it would make sense because people look different. Boof Pack 33. Do you think Dogman likes blueberry Pop Tarts? I think they like the s'mores ones better, but possibly I think they may fuck with blueberry ones. You know, now that you like greyhounds have a smaller muzzle, mine kind of did look like a greyhound. That's why it looked messed up and weird looking, almost like Anubis. And they were fast. They were just running through. the woods like no issue. And I don't know if do you guys remember when I went into the woods where I had my encounter? Dogman, you came in. Maybe I'm not sure. When I went into those woods, I was looking through and I'm like, how did these things run through there? I'll email you, Overbelt, and let you know what I think. Okay, brother? I want Dennis. I wonder if I bet you the Amish have seen plenty of dogmen. I bet you they have. I still have the hair. This is the weirdest looking hair, too. It looks, I was showing my daughter Abigail the other day. It's gray, brown, and black, and it literally looks like porcupine quills. I don't know if you guys can see, but it looks like porcupine quills. And that's from Meeker, Colorado. I really think that the Amish have had experiences with these creatures. Boof, I already sent it in for analyzing, and I didn't have my subscribers pay for it because it's not $20,000. It cost me $750. Well, no, it was like $675 or something like that. Larry, that's crazy. If you could ever figure out what that story was, could you share that with me? I'd like to hear that. Term and male, I don't honestly know. I don't know. Best I can say is Google it. Maybe I honestly don't know, brother. Nina, I think that was Tall Tales because they wouldn't have a caravan if they were Amish. They wouldn't be in an RV. Lost one, probably because there's something in your woods when you're going hunted. I don't believe the LBL story, to be honest with you. I've never said that aloud. I've literally said it to Dark Waters, but I honestly don't believe the LBL story happened. The way it happened, the way it was said. Like I know there was the one with the girl, the dad, the mom, the son, but I think that was the only one that happened. I don't think there was another one. I don't think because there's people that are like, oh, there's multiple of them. I don't think there were multiple. I think there was the one that happened in 83 or 82, and that was it. I'm looking, Libra. What's up, Dennis? I'm looking, Libra. Hang on, I'm trying to find it. It's a pain in the prick to find it. Free energy is the key to bliss on earth. No more materialism, starvation, greed, all the same. No more poverty. Is that the one that you were talking about, Libra? No? That was not the one? Lower down. Yup, RH. Oh, yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to do a call-in show. I definitely will. That's a good idea. I definitely would like to do that. Browns is in the house. What's up, Enki? How are you, Brown Snake? How are you? Yeah, I think we'll figure out a way of doing call-ins. I think it'll be a decent way of getting to meet more people. No, the guy that here, I'm gonna answer this, and I don't bash people and their experiences, and you guys know that. But that Roger guy, the LBL guy that supposedly survived that, he's straight talking shit, and I'll tell you why. Before that channel that had him on, the father and son there, I was offered a show on Discovery about the LBL. And the guy kept saying, I'd met with the producer, they had taped my thing, and he kept saying the beast of the LBL, like there was one. And I'm like, no, there's not. There's more. I'm like, you guys have not done your homework. You guys have not looked into this. You guys are a joke, right? So then all of a sudden, this channel with the father and son have this guy that came up with this story, and they make the video saying, hey, we're going to be doing a TV show on Discovery. And I'm like, that's weird. And then I call the guy from Discovery and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, oh, yeah, we met this guy. And I'm like, oh, well, look into it, verify it. And they did. And they never did the show. And then that channel deleted that video saying, hey, we're going to do the show. And now this guy just claims that he shot a Dogman with a 410, hid under a trailer or an RV, and didn't get eaten or killed. Now, first of all, if you shoot a Dogman with a 410, it's not going to even affect it. Like, I mean, if any bird hunters are out there and they hunt with dogs and 410s, I've seen a dog get shot by a 410 and be perfectly all right. And if you shoot that thing and it doesn't come under that RV and pull you out and rip you by like limb from limb, then it wasn't a dog, man. It was a fucking poodle, So, and then, it was just whatever. But I don't like knocking people, and you guys know that. I hate it, but that's the one thing that it drove me absolutely nutty. And everybody during the time was like, oh my God, he survived the LBL. And they were all nut swinging on him. Yeah, 410s are an interesting little gun. I mean, one of my favorite guns I ever had was a 410 New England Firearm Survivor. And I could put 410s, I could shoot I could only shoot rifled or slugs out of it because I could shoot 45s out of it too. It was a great little gun. What's up, Cindy Johns? How are you? Yeah, single shot rocking steady. Beautiful gun. I love that gun. I wish I still had it. Libra, they are feeling it, and I'm going to give you the credit. I promise. I promise. Enki, I don't buy that group either. I think that let's have my wife dress in provocative clothing and get views and subs. some channel that they fucking act like they're in the LBL and they yeah, I mean, you could have a tent. Enki, think about it. I could go out in the woods and slice up a tent and dress my wife up so people like old perverts think she's hot when she's really not. Like she looks like bar trash, and say, "Look what we found." Bar trash. Oh shit, you guys got me tonight. You need to buy AK style 12 gauge. I'd love to get one of those. I like them. I agree, Dennis. I agree. Exactly, no cap bussin'. Exactly. Pamela, have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us. Rockin' steady. You called it, brother. Who's the guy that saw Daniel slay the hellhound? Did he tell the story about when Daniel, he was on my channel, and yes, and he Enki, I wasn't trying to be insultive to you at all, but like I saw the video because someone sent me it, and I was like, you could literally go in the woods, slice up, like they found this lean-to with like shit in it or whatever, and I'm like, that's the exact reason why I never wanted to show anybody the 3 rocks that were stacked up, was because I didn't want people to be like, Jeff, you stacked those rocks. And I literally, when I found them, I was like, oh my God, I got to show everybody this. But then I was like, no, because then people are going to be like, you stacked them. And so I didn't make a big deal out of it. I was like, I will just keep this to myself and periodically talk about it. But, you know, overbuilt, definitely do not. Buddy it's been thunder and lightning here. So Buddy's been hiding under the bed. I will try. You guys want me to get Buddy? I'll get Buddy. Hang on. Good boy. Yeah. Here's Buddy. Here's Buddy. There he is. They missed you, Buddy. He's not fat. He's not fat at all, RH. He's a beautiful boy, huh? Boy. Boy. Say hi to everybody. Haha, Buddy. He is. Now he's laying down. Yeah, we've been having rainstorms, so he hides under the bed. Valerie, I agree. I really thought here's the Michigan thing. Here's my thing about the Michigan guy. I don't know one way or another, but in the very beginning, it was very convincing. There's been videos that have had me convinced 100%, and videos that I'm like, this is fake as fuck. So I'm not sure. One way or another. Suji, have a good night. I just think that partially some could be real and partially some are not, you know? Yeah, I agree. Yes, T. Neal, he is a big chicken. He is a very big chicken. I can't even get him out from under the bed. What was that? I can't get him out of the bed or out from under my bed with wet food. And he hides behind all my guns. He's about 42 pounds, Galen. Inquisitive. Considering I live like 20 minutes from Vermont, yes, I have. Enki, 100%, 100%. Buddy versus Dogman 3D. All right, we'd have to get Buddy on Juice. If Buddy was on Juice, and yeah, boy. I think I did get it, Catherine. I have it it's probably either printed and on my desk downstairs, or it's in my email still. Galen, if you're in Vermont, absolutely. I think my destiny is lonely single cat mom. My destiny is lonely single cat dad. That's exactly lonely single cat dad. Yeah, whose cat's 72 pounds? Oh, Jesus. No, Larry's dog is only 72 pounds. Just shutting my door. Tigger had to run away. Yeah, when he fell, like when he fell and his kidney blew out or whatever. Damian Bloodstone, that is awesome. That is really a blessing thing to do. Good for you. I really good for you, man. That people are dog people and cat people. I like cats. I mean, I like dogs, I really do, but I love cats. Like totally love cats. EQ, thank you. EQ Maverick, thank you very much. Exactly, Libra. Exactly. I don't know why they get mad at, single dads with cats, All right. I don't really believe in cryptids, though the idea of them is fun, except for the Mothman. Around the time of this sighting was mid-fall, 2017. I lived in a small town, southeast Michigan, Oakland County, and was attending high school. My older sister, who is 9 years my senior, and had a similar timed work schedule, drove me to school extra early every morning so I could attend an extra hour and fit another class into my schedule. It was awful and started at 6 a.m. We only lived about 15 minutes from my school, so it wasn't all that bad of a drive. One morning, we were making our way to school, as per usual, through some super curvy woodland back roads by our house. Suddenly, in a break between the section of road we were on, just between the third curve and the last curve before the road straightened out, I noticed two glowing red spots about maybe 600 feet in the distance. At first, I brushed it off as an area was known for deer, and the spacing for the eyes wasn't too far off. But I couldn't shake the wrong feeling I had. The eyes just weren't the right color to be reflecting deer eyes. As we neared closer, it became apparent to me that these indeed were eyes. The figure was far too tall to be any type of animal I could think of. It was still really dark out, so I was only able to make out the eyes and a black silhouette before, as our headlights finally were near enough to begin illuminating the figure, it took off into the sky, like literally a bat out of hell. It moved incredibly fast before it took off. The dark silhouette expanded significantly in a manner that was incredibly similar to how birds use their wings. Before I could hardly register what just happened, it disappeared over the tree line and out of sight. At first, I was worried I was seeing things. However, as I looked over at my sister, I was met with a mirror of my same shocked expression. She asked incredulously if I had just seen the same thing as well, and we both conferred that what we had just seen. I was relieved to hear that I was not going crazy, as we described seeing the same thing. I still think about that morning to this day and was surprised when a couple of years after it, I read a couple of articles about the same thing. Maine Coon cats to me are probably the smartest cats there are. I love all cats, but to me, Maine Coons are super, super smart. Super loyal. He acts like a dog. He thinks he's a dog, and I don't know. He's my best friend. He's literally my best friend. I'm that weird fucking guy that fucking has a best friend that's a cat. I don't like people. I like you guys, but the people out here in this town, I don't know if you can see that shithole out there, but I don't have any friends out there. Johnny, oh man, I'm sorry, man. I really apologize for your loss. That sucks, bro. Nino, I'm sorry too, my friend. Definitely am, Monty. I broke up with my girlfriend because she said it was her or my dog. Definitely, Larry. If anyone said like Buddy's got to go or me, I'd be like, bitch, bye. Something killed Avocado while I was sleeping. Oh, Jesus. I hate when I can't stand when Joe Squatch. I'm putting the book out. It's not out yet. He couldn't put it out. It was going out as nonfiction. I'm putting it out as fiction. So it can't be touched. Boxers do have wiggly butts. No worries, Joe. Floyd, he's doing good. Got a home health nurse. He'll be on the mend for a very long time. He put it this way: he's probably not going to be up and about until winter, to be honest. But Catherine, the government. Victor was gonna. Okay, Catherine, if you type in, if you go to Amazon search bar right now, and you just type in Victor Johnson, what'll pop up is just type in Victor Johnson, and then as you'll see Dogman book or cryptid book, because it was actually going to be on Amazon for sale. The government forced him to take it down, and that's the only way. Like literally, you type in it and it says Dogman book or cryptid book. It was coming out. My snakes are doing well, very well. Brian Cook, we had a friend named Skippy, and I think that he used to put peanut butter somewhere and have his dog lick it. Savage Lunatic, have a lovely evening. Thank you for joining us. Blessings. I looked that up, Overbelt. Hey, Renee. How are you? All right, where's that? Did I already read that encounter? Where the fuck is it? I know I have one more. Childlike. I already read that one. Wait, did I? Yep, I already read that one. You'll read this one. I already read that one. I already read that one, that one, that one. Okay. All right. Last encounter of the evening. Joy, I didn't say anything about pictures. Are you kidding me, Libra? I'm filming here. I'm filming. What a chode. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's super. That is, oh my God. I have 200 people and 200 likes. Sweet. Valerie, did you see the video that I just put up that I shared the CIA emails? MS, I'm not sure, but I will be having Laura Eisenhower back very soon. I know some people think she's crazy, but I think she's awesome. I love her. She's fucking awesome. Jeff is my spirit animal. I am your spirit animal. She is a beautiful soul. She is super nice. Matt, yeah, we are pretty close together. They really did her dirty. A lot of people have done her dirty. One guy on one of the uploads that I had, and I put it up, started like insulting her, and I was like, dude, you're a scumbag. Like, don't talk shit about people that, are on my show. I don't care, like if you want to unsubscribe, then bye, What's up, Paul Carey? Yeah, they do. Wretched One, how are you? That's a decent saying right there. Throwing salt around. I've never heard that, but I like that. Sonya, very true. Very true. All right. Last encounter of the night, guys. I and my wife live in a mid-sized city in a fairly populated area of Pittsburgh, PA. Just off a busy main road, this happened June or July of 2022. We mostly live around older people and college students, and rent is not cheap. It's not the nicest neighborhood. My wife's job is a 5-minute walk from our apartment. She was getting home very late that night, at around 1 a.m. So she came looking, scared to death, and eventually told me what she saw fouling. She said there was a small humanoid running out between ours and our neighbor's home. It was dressed like and had proportions of an approximate 4-year-old child, and wore a striped shirt with pants. She said he stopped, appeared to be a boy, and looked in her direction briefly before running off between another house. The child appeared to have a potato sack or burlap sack over its head. It was possibly drawn on. She was a major vibe person, but she never said anything like this before. Though she had excellent instincts, she didn't get a sense of it was evil, but she was terrified after. If I bring up the child, she gets freaked out and won't talk about it. No small child lives on our street, and there are regular gunshots, screaming, angry homeless guys that we are very accustomed to after 3 years of living here. In short, it's not a place an approximate 4-year-old child would be out alone at 1:30. She also didn't tell me what happened right away. She appeared scared but talked about work, unrelated things before telling me. I think she thought I would judge her and tell her she was lying. It never happened again, and I've never seen or felt anything. If anyone has any theories, I'd love to know. Well, I think you're a Sally for not going to your freaking wife's work if it's 5 minutes away and walking her home at 1:30. That's kind of a bitch move. Brown snake. All right, guys. Yeah, it is actually a good dude. My guys, thank you. EQ, thank you so much. Kyle, thank you so much. I truly appreciate that. That is, I thank you so much. Holy shit. Yeah, I think I would definitely kick him. I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. No, Libra, I'll email you tonight when I get off, all right? I think black-eyed children are real. There's been too much talk about black-eyed kids. Larry Lindman, holy shit. Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Holy cow. Thank you so much, man. Wow. You guys are awesome. All of you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Joe, black-eyed kids. Well, you were here when I read the experiences. They have black eyes. I mean, these things have been talked about for what, since the 70s, but I think they've been there before. Heading out tuna fishing, need to get some sleep. Larry, thank you so much. I hope the rest of your vacation goes well. Rockin' steady, thank you so much. Wow, you guys are freaking awesome. Um, Guys, you guys rock. You guys really do. I'm gonna stay on for like 5 more minutes, and we'll just shoot the shit. What's up, William? They may be. I think that they are probably black magic. I think that if black-eyed kids do exist, I've never seen one, but I think they are possibly black magic, like satanic something, Crawley related. Just catching this here. Easy. The report of a bear attack killing a person. Reading reports. It is so suspicious. I'll look into that, Susie. Thank you for reaching out and sharing that right here. And thank you for joining us tonight. Dennis, I didn't read my wife and I work together. Yeah, Arizona. Did she say where in Arizona? Oh, my daughter just wished me happy Father's Day. Thank you, baby girl. I love you. I'll make you some food in a few minutes. All right. Bear attack in Arizona. Person killed. Multi death by a black bear. Rare. Unprovoked. Definitely going to be looking at this. Highly unusual. Bear shot dead, though. Let's read the article. Let's see. 66-year-old man was killed by a bear in Arizona on Friday. Highly unusual, unprovoked attack. The incident occurred in a remote forest area off Groom Creek near Prescott. I know right where that is. The victim processed building a cabin. He was sitting in the chair outside 8 a.m. and a bear attacked him. The bear dragged him. He was process of consuming him. No, I think this was actually a bear attack. Definitely a bear attack. Just the way the wording is worded. Definitely be careful though, because no one wants to get attacked by a bear. Yeah, definitely. They saw it eating him. Many people saw him eating him. Between EQ, thank you so much. Wow, Jesus. Thank you. I really appreciate that between you, James. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. And thank you for blessing me too. Paul, you're heading out. Have a good night. Alex Bleed, I seen a Dogman. Send me the encounter, my friend, or send me your email. Let's get you on here. Yeah, there's that one. Just put lamb roast and taters in the oven before. T. Neal, so your lamb roast is done right now. Thanks, Dogman UK. You all in the chat, check it out. Great meteor construct. It's no, nothing's off topic, Enki. Everything in our live streams is all on topic. This channel is not. The channel is not just based on Dogman. It's based on anything paranormal, anything strange, anything just, Rev, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Carolyn. Have a great night. Be safe and blessed. No, I don't remember that, Libra. I don't remember that. What do you guys remember the one where I think it was in England? Thank you, Lagoon. Have a good night. Blessings. Remember the one black-eyed kid that was in England? And yes, Joseph, please do. and he like they knocked at his door, and the guy let him in, and he was never seen again. Do you guys remember that one, or am I just thinking of something different? Lee, how are you? Good night, Dogman UK. Yeah, he let him in, right? It was on TV, I think. I saw it like on I think it was on Unsolved Mysteries or some shit like that. He Why would you let fucking freaking little kids in with black eyes? Like, dude, let me use your phone. Fuck you. Go home. That's what I'd say. Ha ha. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, paranormal witness. Libra, it was on TV or something. I'll look it up and try to find it for you. It was in the United Kingdom. Monty's going to bed. Monty, don't let your meatloaf. I literally, why? They're knocking at your door. Let me use your phone. Let me use your phone. No, dude, go home. Fuck you. Get out of here. Leave. There have been numerous Bigfoot encounters in the Mongolian Rim here. Yes, there has been. Yes, Maverick Post. Yes, you're absolutely right. There's a campsite, EQ Maverick Poet. That Renee, have a great night. Thank you. Blessings. There's a campsite that Brian, ditto, brother. There's a campsite that I keep reading things. My buddy went to, and the federal fish and game came down and messed with him because his wife told him that he was there looking for Dogman. Giant Slayer, have a great evening. Yeah, no phone. That's right. No phone. Troy, blessings, my friend. Have a good night. Thank you for coming. No, why would you, especially at dark? I don't even care if you're a little kid, man. I'm going to be like, get out of my yard, dude. Go away. Good night, Sherry. Definitely Jedi mind tricks. Yeah, just get off my porch. Why don't I'd be like, dude, you're 13 years old. Go and be like other kids and just fuck off. Galen, I am in Eastern Standard Time. It's almost 3 a.m. where I live. Talk to my 12 gauge. Say hello to my little friends. All right, I understand. Thank you, EQ. I'll get it anyway. Chuck Norris is the reason why. Chuck Norris is the reason why everyone has black eyes. Did I ever tell you? I don't remember that time, guys. I bought the Chuck Norris water from his ranch. It was absolutely atrocious. They're like, Chuck Norris kicked something and made the earth cry, and here's the water, and it tasted like dog piss. Not that I know what dog piss tastes like, but yes, it was a journalist, MS. Yes, it was. All right, guys, I'm literally pinching my Peter head right now because I have to pee so bad. Um, Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Guys, thank you for spending time with me on this joyous Saturday, Sunday morning. I love you all. And I had a blast. So I hope you guys did as well. All right. Peace out. God bless you all. Stay happy, healthy, vigilant in the woods. Don't let your meat loaf. And if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. Have a good night.